Welcome, readers. Yes, welcome, welcome. Um, in case you didn't know, my name is Luney. I am a plague doctor turned psychopath. So now, instead of trying to keep people alive, I guide their souls to wherever they need to go, typically after they die. But, you will not owe me treats. I am here to rob you of your cheese puffs now. Oh. Um, I don't know if cheese puffs are really good for dogs. You ate them already. Yeah, we all know Dave's the real host of this channel. Okay, I mean, you're not wrong, but could be a little more sensitive. You will give. Don't give him chocolate. What is wrong with you? Don't do that. No. Listen, he's a stinky dog too, but like, he doesn't deserve to die, alright? To be fair, I can eat two family-sized bags of cheese puffs, so my lord. You're not stinky. You sure? Uh, all right, so this game, it's called Obscura. There is a little warning because it's an 18 plus visual novel. It contains strong language, descriptions of gore, and suggestive content. Mm. Um, so if that sounds like something that is a little above your pay grade, then feel free to click away. Yes, Obscura. I bet cheese is pretty good. It is, though. You're going to dog heaven. Nah, you're going to dog hell. I'm not sure if there is one, but they'll make one just for you. You and Jaquito. Thank you so much for your support. Enjoy. Chihuahuas are the spawns of hell. Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty. So, how's the volume? You see how I'm entering. Good, good, yes. Uh, feel like it could be just a little bit quieter. Yeah, okay. Men are cool. Yes. Ayo, Francesco. You looking fine. Dude, okay. Alright. So, um, out of all of them, the soundtrack is chill bop though. Yeah, I know. Like I said, the music is really good. I was gonna say this is, feels almost like touch-starved levels of, quality. At least in my opinion. It's honestly a shame that neither of these games are voice acted, but you know how it is. Either way, let's jump right into it. Also, Francesco, or whatever his name is, I forgot already. Um, I thought I wasn't gonna like him because he seems like that very typical, like, I'm the main character, I got main character syndrome, blah, 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 you know. But turns out he's a sweet cinnamon bean, like a sweet cinnamon roll, and I just uh, he's cute. You'll see. What's your safe word? Oh, and a red flag. You already got me a cute dude. Wait, who's a red flag? What's a red flag? Are we talking about Francesca? Trifecta? Hmm? So you're telling me there are hot men, hot and cute men in this game? I'm sold. Yes. Main character syndrome. Okay. And he's actually a cupcake? Yes. Absolutely. Uh, right. Okay. So we need a safe word, guys. What should it be? Apparently. Didn't know we were going into kinky territory, but okay. Cheese, pineapples. Uh, God, I wish I knew how to do polls. All right. Um, combined. Oh, that is a good idea. Cheese apples, pineapple pizza. All right. Um, oh, it wants us to do a Hawaiian pizza. There we go. Uh, cheese apple or pineapple. Pineapples. That's terrible. Okay. We'll we'll just call it pizza because I feel like typing in Hawaiian or pineapple pizza would be these nuts. Okay, all right, all right, that's it. Oh, I can't be longer than that. Okay, all right, pineapples. Remember that, guys, in case we need to, bring out the safe word. If you ever need or want to pause gameplay, you can press the safe word button in the top right corner. This pauses the game and takes you to the safe word menu. Oh shit. The X key will also take you directly to the safe word menu during gameplay. Leaving the safe word menu will take you back to the game. The safe word button is hidden by default, but can always be seen by mousing over the top right corner of the window. Like so. Okay. Alright. It can be made always visible in the preferences menu. Nah. Please enjoy Obscura. So this is a demo. I believe this is only the first chapter, question mark? I think. No one goes into the mountain without a reason. Trauma, yay. Yeah, gay card. Uh, purpose of business. Buying. No one takes their past into the mountain. How are you going to pay? Some funds, some work. Good luck with that. Everyone knows what it means when you go. No one says anything about it. Give me your bags. Oh, I heard gay car. No, gate guard. Sorry. Let me drink some tea. Maybe I'll be able to enunciate better. Kinky gimmick, but okay. Yeah, I know. It makes me a little bit nervous about playing this on Twitch, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And if worse comes to worse, there's a safe word button, right? Anyway, the guard looks through my things with perfect efficiency. Bored, they start asking me questions. What are you going to be called down there? Uh, Mr. Vesper. Oh, that's such a cool ass main character name. Vesper. Is there an option for streamer mode? I don't know. Mm, no, it doesn't appear to be. So, yeah, I don't think so. Anyway, so we can go by Vesper, but we can go by Looney. Looney. Good choice. Thanks. I chose it myself. Brave, very brave. You have a mask, Mr. Looney? In fact, I do. It's on my face. See? No one would sell me one. What am I talking about? I'm wearing one right now. Not a problem. Here, if you're buying, we're selling. The gate guard waves to the masks hanging all around the entrance, perhaps one worn by other visitors. The masks are an old custom, plausible deniability. We're all faceless strangers under the mountain. Pick your poison. Oh, okay. So we have a charcoal-colored one with worn lace and gold trim. Ooh. The cream-colored one with flowery details painted across the left side. Hold on. Let's go with that one. Cream-colored one with flowery details painted across the side. That's pretty. And the burgundy-colored one with swirling embossed patterns. The happy masked salesman for Majora's Mask. Seriously. I wouldn't be surprised if his face just showed up and he's like... or whatever he sounds like. I can't remember now. Anyway. Let's go with the charcoal-colored one, I think. Bro. I take a mask off the wall and fit it to my face. It weighs on my head, but my mind feels lighter. I see my reflection in the mirror. Oh. Okay. The people under the mountain have beautiful taste. I don't know about that. I think my mask is better, but, you know. I hand the gate guard the money owed. Wow. Welcome to the marketplace. They step aside, allowing me passage into the tunnel on the side of the mountain. I begin my descent. At first, I have to wonder if I've been tricked in some way. The passage grows narrow, the air stale, and the path uneven. I am walking by the last feeble threads of light that reach the steep. But then I see something, a shimmering pale blue glow from around a corner. I fight through the narrowing walls until I am able to turn the corner. The passage suddenly widens, then it opens. Medieval crypto. Medieval crypto. I step from the passage into a cavern so massive I can hardly see the end of it. The marketplace. There are several masked people here who were seated or leaning against the walls around this little entryway, and now they are approaching me. Welcome, newcomer. A fresh face. Someone new could use a guide, couldn't they? Hucksters, or perhaps petty thieves looking for an easy mark. My valuables are kept under my heavy robe, safe from pickpockets. I steel myself and march forward, past the strangers. There is no logic to this place. A fishmonger selling dried and salted fish sits next to a bookseller with stacks of forbidden tomes. A fungusman and birdkeeper are bickering. If they weren't obvious scams, I could have taken one of the offers for a guide and saved myself some time. Nah, it costs too much. Bitcoinium. At first, I glance at each stall in turn. Out here, nearest the entry to a tunnel, all of the stalls are selling simple amenities or cheap thrills. The sorts of things a departing traveler might want to have when they ascend, not what I'm looking for. It's not here. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be. Asking one of the sellers, I get directions. No, the roof walls of the cavern shifting and trembling in unsteady candle and glowworm light slowly turn smooth where natural walls turn to human carved. The ramshackle stalls turn to ramshackle buildings to painted and varnished walls. The quality of goods on sale is improving as well. The cheap basics are behind me. Ahead are the rare, the luxurious, and the illicit. Excuse me. The real reason anyone comes here. Seeing the sign for an apothecary, an easily recognizable serpent coiling around a staff, I slip inside. Welcome! The shopkeeper's masked, of course, but that is not what grabs my attention. The din of hundreds of voices selling and buying and negotiating in the echoing caves is muffled, but not by much. That is because while the apothecary has 4 walls, there is no roof over the store. Newcomer, huh? What? You must be a fresh arrival. And why would you say that? You're staring where the ceiling should be. Ah, I suppose in a city with no sun or rain, roofs are unnecessary. Only thing a roof keeps out in the marketplace is thieves. A common weather pattern here? Far too common. I make an effort to examine the apothecary's mask. It's plainer even than mine. Stop at me. The shopkeeper gives me Resident Evil 4 merchant vibes. Yeah. I've never played that, but I think I know what you mean. Perhaps he is frugal, or perhaps he is poor by the standards of the marketplace. Well, you weren't driven in here by the weather. What do you need? I'm looking for Lunar Ichor. I resist the urge to explain my circumstances to the shopkeeper. No matter how meaningless or petty they seem, my secrets are one of the few resources I have in these depths. You have expensive tastes, or terrible luck. What I don't have is Lunar Ichor. Is that something you can remedy, apothecary? In a sense, he's stereotypically British. I see. No. If money is a concern, I can make arrangements. It's not the money. I could never afford to stock that damnable ichor. Even if I could, I doubt I would be able to stomach it. The rumors were true, then. That is unfortunate. Where does one go, then, to find that damnable ichor? Smuggler dens, the vaults of the lords of the market, or perhaps you could take a knife to the lunar god. Failing that, the auction house may provide. It's the largest house this side of the ruby walls. It even has a roof. The apothecary cannot see my smile, but I hope he can hear it. I thank you for your timely advice, sir. Save your thanks for the lunar god. It'll be a miracle if you get that ichor. I take my leave of the shop. The noise rises again from loud to deafening. There are tunnels and additional caverns in all directions, but I continue the way I was going. If the walls are getting smoother and the buildings more beautiful, then I am approaching the richest part of the market. It stands to reason that that is where the auction house will be. Keeping my eyes up, it takes no time to find the auction house. It is, as the apothecary said, the largest house this side of the ruby walls. There are long chains of glowworms draped over the promised ridged roof that dangle and sway as the air shifts in the cavern. The building itself is deep, garnet red with gold gilded trim. Message received. You're very wealthy, whoever built this. The doors, covered in tiny engravings, are impossible to interpret in the dim lights. Excuse me. Are wide open. Bright golden lamplight pours out into the street. People are freely milling in and out, and so I slip inside. I am underdressed for the occasion, but neither of the guards standing at the doors moved to stop me. The sound of this outside suddenly dims, and I have to blink against the sudden brightness. I can hear my own muffled footsteps as I cross the plush carpet deeper into the auction house. The whispered conversations through masks make a thin fog of sound compared to the din outside. The signs are in a language I do not recognize, but I can make some educated guesses. The ornate double doors standing locked and guarded must lead to the actual auction hall. There is a short, uncarpeted hall with gleaming, polished floors lined with several doors. After a second, I see a giggling pair exit one of the rooms and straighten their clothes. Okay, that explains that then. There's one door that is a little more than a window on hinges left open. I peer inside for a second only to see an ordinary office. Come in. The stranger sitting behind the desk waves to me, and so I step inside. Pardon me, I didn't mean to intrude. You can't intrude on the bookkeeper. I must always be available. You must be? How else could anyone check to ensure I am not meddling in the books? Does it really come to that? Well, I have no such concerns. A buyer, are you? Couldn't I simply be a browser? You really believe someone would come to the marketplace, to the auction house, just looking to see what they find? I suppose someone must have, in all of history. Well, if that's the scale you're measuring by. You, however, are not here to browse. No, I'm not. You're right. I'm here to buy. Shall I show you the catalog for the next auction? I would appreciate it. Well, your crypto wallet is always public, and this guy checks the wallets, eh? I see. The bookkeeper stands and hands me a sizable booklet. Do not damage it. Do not leave here with it. They open a drawer to their desk and hold up a knife. It's a little thing, but I have no doubt they could kill me with it. Then they sit again and resume their work. I flip through the book. There are objects of unimaginable value. Works of art by artists even I know by name. An exquisite jeweled tiara fit for any princess. The deed to a country manor on the surface. Excuse me once again. Then there are the wonders I could have never dreamt of. The bird wreathed in flames that never burns. The still beating bloodstone heart of some rock nymph. A potion of clear vision. I flip a page and am met with the miserable exposed face of a young adult. Their posture is low and defeated, but they are beautiful. The text informs me that whatever is paid in the auction will be sent to their family within the mountain. Surely not. I flip the page again. There are no other people in the catalog, but one is enough to turn my stomach. objects of value, works of art. So it's medieval NFTs. Forgotten trinkets. Yeah. Absolutely. And apparently slaves or something. Thank you, bookkeeper. Finished already? What I want isn't in there. And what is it that you want? I'll check the history, see when it was last sold. I bite my tongue for a moment. Lunar Ichor. An unlucky one, aren't we? I couldn't say. If you would, bookkeeper. They shuffle through a notebook. I try to read the text, but it is nearly impossible to interpret their faint pencil scratchings. More bad luck to heap on your pile, I'm afraid. The last sale was 3 months back. It's unlikely we'll get another sale for months yet, unless someone new comes with a stock. It couldn't be easy, could it? And what was the final price for it? For a lot of 12? The number they tell me is stomach-dropping. I could not gather those funds in a lifetime. Even divided 12 ways, the price for a single vial is well beyond my means. My life savings weigh heavily in the coin purse under my robe. Dead weight, it seems. By your silence, I guess you don't have the money. Thank you for your time. I try to keep my voice neutral. When I leave the auction house, I momentarily lose my sight and hearing as I adjust again to the dim and echoing cavern. Oh my god. Stop. Thank you. I don't notice the direction my feet are taking me. My hopes for a quick visit to the marketplace have been thoroughly dashed. Now I have to determine what to do. Let's save. I don't know. I think we're probably exhausted from our journey. Can't afford to give up. But I don't know how much time we have. Are we, like, on borrowed time or something? Like, what is going on? I guess without that knowledge, I'll just go with I'll think better after some rest. At the moment, I don't trust myself to make a sensible choice. Staying on guard here in the marketplace is exhausting, and my feet ache from climbing the mountain. I need some kind of rest before I have the energy to determine what to do next. I stop by a stall and ask directions for a decent inn, rest stop, public house, anything. Following the directions through a short tunnel, I wander through a quieter district of the market. It's probably best to go off the info you have. You know? Yeah. Though quiet is relative. The guest house is a challenge to find, though I hesitate to call the ground-down walking paths roads. There are rest houses lining them on the other side. The Leaping Bear, the guest house recommended to me, is nothing remarkable. The building has a roof, but the building itself is mostly made of raw wood. The brass doorknob is smooth under my hand, polished by the thousands of guests who come and go. Inside, the atmosphere is boisterous, but on the scale of a handful of people singing a drinking song. The chaos outside is already muffled and distant. Welcome. The woman who approaches her has her face fully covered in a bear mask, but her neckline is untied and exposed. I wonder who she works for. Hello. I was told this is a good establishment to stay the night. You were told right? Except the part about night. Here there's no real difference between night and day. Plenty of folks up all hours of the day, as you do, just sleeping when they're tired and forgetting the sun ever existed. I see. The bare-masked woman has me sign into a guest book and pay for the night. You have the room for 24 hours. If you're staying longer, I expect you here to pay for more time. If you don't, you might find all your things at a moonshrine. There's woman. I'm scared. Oh no. It's alright, it's alright. I think, uh, so far she's nice. Kind of. Except for the whole threatening to throw our shit out. Woman spotted, oh no. I'll remember. Thank you. And you'll be needing these. She hands me a dull metal medallion on a leather string and key. Dear Rufus over there. She gestures to a mountain of a man, also in a bear mask, standing by a door. Makes sure only guests go to the rooms. The medallion proves you're a guest. Don't lose it. Or else I'll find my things at a moonshrine. Pick things up quickly, you do. Seems like an important skill to have here. Quite right. Big guy in bear mat. God damn it. Pro mask one, yeah. I still don't know why my mask wasn't good enough, but alright. She gets back to her business, so I approach the mountain of a man guarding the door to the rooms. Hello, Rufus. I hold up the medallion and wait. I'm not about to rush a man with a bat, especially one as blood-stained as his is. Oh. Then he nods, and I am granted passage. He watches me go to my assigned room. I suppose it's a good measure to prevent the theft, but then so is a blood-stained bat. Sleep doesn't come easily at first. How can I risk sleeping in the marketplace? But it does come for me. In the morning, or what my body decides is morning, my resolve is hardened. I am so sorry. Hold on. I want to tussle with the bear man pig. Professor, are you're acting a little bit sus over there. Alright, I wouldn't be able to live with my leaving the marketplace without Lunar Ichor would render everything I've done pointless. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I stopped trying. I'm able to order something like breakfast from the Leaping Bear's kitchen and then sit deep in thought staring at a bowl of porridge. Eating in this mask is a bit of a bother. I have to navigate the spoon around the mask. Oh, there's clasps, you know. I mean, fight, I swear. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure. I stare at the sudden appearance of the proprietress. What? No. Feel along the side of the mask. There should be pins or clasps holding the bottom part. I do as she said and find little clasps holding the two parts of my mask together. Well, I feel like a proper fool. It already feels strange having my mouth exposed, like a funny kind of nudity. Oh no. Indecent. Newcomers are all a bit foolish. That's part of their charm. Thank you, I think. Just keep your wits about you, you'll live. You make it sound so dire. Well, you're here, aren't you? Huh, you're not wrong. No one comes here without good reason, I should think. What's yours? Personal matter. Buying or selling, that's all there is down here after all. Buying, something I might not be able to afford, it turns out. That won't narrow things down too much for her. Well, it depends how you try to buy things, doesn't it? Money will get you anywhere if you have enough of it, but there's other roads out there. Is that something you know a lot about? I couldn't say. I only know what stories the guests bring in. She says it flippantly enough that there must be a story there, but I resist the urge to dig. Then I suppose my next job is to find what paths I can use. Thank you. Oh, not a problem. The masks trouble everyone at first. You just ask for Bruna. If you have any more problems, I'll be happy to help. She sweeps away to handle another matter, and I'm left with far more productive thoughts. Damn, the meta mountain verse is cutthroat. Seriously. Money won't get me Lunar Ichor, but something else might. Influence, friendship, violence, guile. My body, if it comes down to it. Ooh, anything. There's a lot to think about. Am I going to stay in a guest house for weeks or months? What possible ways are there to get Lunar Ichor? Let's start with one foot in front of the other. Over the next several days, I get to learn the layout of the marketplace. It's a never-shifting rat's nest of stalls and passages and unmanaged pathways, but there are some fixed landmarks. I can navigate somewhat comfortably by those landmarks when they are visible. One evening, based on my own internal clock, the proprietress of the Leaping Bear hints over a meal that as long as I am well behaved, she would be willing to extend more generous long-term rates to me. Well, that's nice. I wasn't planning to misbehave, even less so with Rufus keeping an eye on me, and so that settles the matter of lodging for the moment. As for the Lunar Ichor, I'm at a loss. It is rare, absurdly rare, and based on the reactions of those I speak to about it, some aspect of it is very taboo. Likely the condition it treats. I'm wandering one of the quieter passages, clearly natural by how uneven the ground is. It's mostly homes, built on whatever smooth patch of stone the builder could find. But there's one that towers over the rest, a tall church with heavy oaken doors. Where normally I would expect to see a golden 10-point solar sigil, instead there's a more simplistic crescent-shaped one, the lunar sigil. Hey, that's my sigil. I suppose the solar god isn't much help down here. Oh my god. Wake me up inside. I have seen the eerie blue-green light of glowworms and the smoky gold of lanterns, but I have not seen the sun since I started my descent. Churches dedicated to the lunar god exist outside the mountain, but not in any significant numbers. Lunar god, Lunar Ichor. It can't hurt to ask, could it? Save me. Save me. Hey. I'm not sure I believe that the lunar... Wait, did I read the last one? I don't know. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure I believe... Hey. Tone it down. Jeez. I'm not sure I believe that the lunar god must bleed for there to be Lunar Ichor, but there's no harm in checking. Wake me up. Wake me up inside. Hey, stop! I halted my path instinctively, although after a moment I can see no one was speaking to me. Instead, there is a raucous crowd gathering just down the tunnel, shouting and tussling. A few people in utilitarian masks and what look like uniforms are trying to push their way through. Looks like trouble. Where should I go? I believe this is the crossroads, or at least one of the main crossroads that leads us to the different love interests. What the hell is a utilitarian mask? You know what? That's a very good question. Hold on. I'm kind of curious now. Nah. You know what? No. I don't know. Somebody look it up. The only purpose of a mask is to cover one's face. And most masks do this. Well, maybe it doesn't have, like, maybe it's featureless besides that. Like, it doesn't have any other quirks or features to it, I guess. Um, but I don't know. Should we run to safety in the church? Stay and see what happens next, or leave? Yeah, a blank mask. Okay, but then the masks your person has is also utilitarian. Um, Somewhat. But the mask we're wearing has like a church is always safe. Yeah, let's go to the church then. In my haste to escape the ruckus outside, I scrambled towards the entrance. Then once I ascertain that they aren't locked. Okay, now we're quiet. Um, okay, but then the mask your person has is also utilitarian. Doesn't her mask have like um some features on it? Like it's not completely blank. But anyway, I slipped through the imposing massive outdoors. The carvings in the wood press into my palms, a surprisingly comforting, grounding sensation. Then once the doors close, the change in atmosphere hits me. Ay, ay, ay. First is the smell, candle smoke, heavy incense, and cold, crumbling stone. Jesus is left, Buddha is nowhere to be seen, only the lunar god. Mark Lone Muskerberg is present. What the oh, I'm sorry. What are you on about, Professor? Then comes the solemn silence, the kind that reminds you of your place within these holy walls and the oppressively tall ceiling. I'm finally alone, even for just a little while. Oh, crypto jokes. Oh, I see. uh, Goes to show how much I know about that. Anyway, I take that moment to release the breath I was holding and take in my surroundings. This is where the inhabitants of the underground come to worship the lunar god. It's also a reminder that I still haven't found any adequate leads for the Ichor. When I take a couple steps down the carpeted path between the aisles, I suddenly make out a figure behind the altar. Father? Daddy? I mean, father? They're wearing long robes. A priest, maybe? Father? Sorry. Excuse me. I call out, taking care not to raise my voice too loud. The person shuffles around and I see they're masked, too. Of course. Well, of course they would be. Even those in service of the lunar god can't afford to take risks here. Ayo. Oh. Ooh, daddy, sorry, daddy, sorry, daddy, sorry. I mean, look at him. Okay, as they approach, I notice the distinct glimmer of a golden brooch nestled between the folds of their clothes, proof of their holy devotion. Their entire appearance is refined and almost ethereal, long silvery locks of hair cascading down their shoulders, delicate fabrics wrapped over their shoulder, and long, perfectly gloved fingers. What kind of voice should I give him? A rich, silken voice. It takes me off guard. His wallet has to be loaded with Ethereum. God damn it, Professor. Do my ears deceive me, or has another fight broken out? The priest stops a few meters from me, and from there I notice that their mask doesn't cover their mouth, which is set into a thin, disapproving line. You're right. It's quite the scene outside. I pause. I was hoping I could lay low here for a while. Ugh. Excuse me. I'm not one for brawls. My star, the church will always be a place of safety for those who need it. Please stay as long as you like. I was taught that all lunar priests call believers their stars, but it still makes me smile. Well, thank you, Father. A twitch of their lips. Cyrus, you need not call me by those stuffy titles. Okay. This is already screaming red flags at me right now. Yeah. A man's name. I had a feeling. Looney, that voice is doing things. Oh no. I'm sorry. It's likely not his real one, as is the case with most people in the marketplace, but even a fake name can speak volumes about someone's personality. I mean, he's doing something. He's doing things. If father is too formally, daddy might be appropriate. Yeah, can I call you daddy? How's that work? How does that work for you? Anyway, it's likely not his real one, as is the case with most people in the marketplace, but even a fake name can speak volumes about someone's personality. Would you like to light a candle while you're here? Huh? Sure, why not? I follow him towards the back of the church, past the initial altar, and stop in front of the statue. It towers over us, surrounded by row after row of marine blue candles, and the sight takes my breath away. A sea of light. Oh my god. Can I please stop yawning? That would be great. Sorry, Father. I mean Daddy. I mean Cyrus. I'm a little eepy. It appears. Eepy pump. Yeah. I don't believe I've seen you around these parts before. Is he making small talk? I light a match and watch the flame flicker softly as I bring it to the wick. But I can only answer with vague pleasantries to make sure I don't divulge important information. No, I'm not exactly a traveler on most days. Think I might see the appeal now, though. Is that so? Despite not being able to see his eyes through his mask, I feel them on me. Cyrus makes no effort to follow up on his last comment, and the two of us fall into silence. You're a bit of an unusual priest, aren't you? Oh, damn, calling him out already. His lips twitch again, forming into a polite smile. Would you care to elaborate? I'll consider it. We're standing closer now, shoulders only slightly apart as we watch the new flame sway in unison with the rest. There's such a strange comfort to it all. I could linger here for hours, soaking up the atmosphere. What's it like? Being a priest, I mean. Unusual, what gave it away? Demanding answers of me while not offering up your own. Behind my mask, I suppress a smile at his light prodding. Blah, 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 blah. You got me there. While I understand your caution, this is by no means a safe environment. But if it's of any comfort, my star, I am bound to the lunar scriptures. It's my job to ensure the visitors here feel safe and cared for. The words roll off his tongue with practiced ease. Not for me. Oh boy. Not gonna lie, I do like the way he calls us star. I don't trust him in the slightest. Mer. I mean, honestly, the sane answer is don't trust him. But who says I'm sane? Huh? Yeah. I know that's what you call everyone, but being called a star does make one feel a little special. My answer makes him pause for a bit. You're his superstar. Oh no. Next thing, he's gonna ask me to step inside of him. Wait. Hold on. No. Alright. Heyo. You are special. Everyone is in their own way. If everyone is special, then that kind of defeats the purpose of the sentiment, doesn't it? I'm mouthing off for the sake of it at this point, funneling the day's frustrations into banter. But Cyrus doesn't mind. I feel his eyes on me again with increased intensity. Would you rather I say you're a bit more special than everybody else? Yes. His voice is laced with unexpected warmth, teasing me like an old friend would. This time I can't stop myself from chuckling. Ha 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 ha. I'm not opposed to it. But I think I ought to be heading back soon. Errands won't run themselves. Good luck with that, my star. What can I call you next time we meet? Star's fine. Next time, huh? Luney. Cyrus repeats it, testing the pronunciation. Then a smile spreads across his lips. It suits you. Hey, yo, what's that supposed to mean? Thanks, I picked it myself. I did. Quite the mouthy one, aren't you? Oh, I don't know. What you gonna do about it? That's part of my endless charm. Oh, I'm gonna spread across his lips shortly. Oh no. That it is. We bid each other a polite farewell, and before I know it, I'm alone in the streets again.